Hi. How's everybody out there today? This is Destiny. Destiny. Destiny Forever. Hi guys, this is Destiny Forever Walks. I invite anyone out there who has not yet joined my YouTube channel, Destiny Forever Walks, to just tiptoe on over there. And you just plunge into YouTube and you put in Destiny Forever Walks, and this right here, beautiful soul will show up. And she invites you to join. Subscribe, and subscribe. When you're getting Destiny Forever, you're getting one of the best. And so I'm not going to get into all of that, guys. You get to know me. You come over there, you join my page. You learn all about the things that I'm teaching, all the things that I'm sharing with you. These are things that is life-changing. These are encouraging, motivating, empowerment. These are messages that will help you to stop and look at your life at the place that you are, and make you want to think like, hey, there's a better me, there's a greater me, there's a higher version of me, and I'm going to that place. Guys, subscribe to Destiny Forever Walks. That's my YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button. Hit like the videos, and I'm not going to advertise that any further, guys. I got notes here, and I want to jump into a very serious topic today. I'm going to need these notes because I'm going to do basically what I'm going to do today. I'm going to be reading. I'm basically going to read, and I want you to listen as I read. Listen. I know the ears, people say, oh yeah, listen with your ears, but you get more understanding, and you can listen, you can hear better right here from the heart, okay? Namaste, and I say good day, good night, good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all of my subscribers. Guys, I'm not going to forget you. I thank you for being my greatest supporter, being there for me to encourage and edify and just keeping Destiny in check. I want you to stay here and listen to this message too. This message is for everyone who will come on this page. This message needs to be heard. And I'm going to read today, and I want you guys listening. Listen to what Destiny has to say from the divine creator God himself, and you're going to listen with your heart. The title of the message is called Why You Feel If You Are Not Enough. What makes you feel that way? And I hope you understand that is the title. I'm going to repeat it. Why you feel if you're not enough, and what makes you feel that way. Have you wondered where your internalized messages of I am not enough, I'm not good enough come from? Do you feel you give life your best? You work hard, you tried hard, you try to go beyond and above everything and anyone else, but you still can't give yourself the credit that is desired, that is needed, that, hey, I did a great job. You cannot accept that. Are you constantly beating up yourself, downgrading who you are, being so negative about the things that you do? Is just not good enough, it's just not the best. I know there's something more. You always complain about whatever that you do. You're constantly beating yourself up, and you're thinking that somehow you could have been better. You should have done better. You should be more. You can do better than that. You can do more than that. You can be better than that. And you keep thinking, hey, you're just not great. You're not any good. You're not even worthy to open your mouth to say anything. And somehow you feel that you just don't measure up with all the things that's been programming and thrown at you within you and within your eternal self to believe that you can't get any better. You can't measure up with the things of your own mind, the things of the mind that the Creator God has placed within you. And why is that? But I'm so glad somebody out there asked that question. Because listen, you have been broken. You have been beaten all your entire life. You have been cheated on to believe false identities of who you are. You have been told that your purpose was this and your purpose was that, and this is why whatever you were created by other people. You have been programmed to believe all these false lies, all these false scenarios, and all these things. That is not even you. It's not what the Creator God has created you to be. Because He predestined you people from the very foundation of the earth before you were even born. He put Himself in you. He created all your desires. That's why He said, I give you the desires of your heart. He created you with greatness. He created you more than enough. He created you a whole better person than you came into this world believing, because the ego got his hands on you. You've been lied to, programmed to believe false beliefs about yourself. You've been cheated out of your greatness and out of your capabilities. You should be able to speak what the Creator God is saying. I can do all things because I know the divine Creator, He strengthens me. I live within His power. I am His greatness. I am His magnificent masterpiece, created in His likeness and His image. We can't even say that because the ego, the world system, got its hands on us and has messed us up. And we find it so hard to get back to that place when He first created us, when He blew His breath and life into us, and we became that immaculate person, that authentic person, that beautiful person with all the goodness and all the capabilities, all the love and all the great power and everything that He blew into us from His breath. We can't even see that anymore. We can't see our greatness, and we can't see our capabilities. And you ask, how? I'm so glad that's another question that you ask, Destiny, very much. And you ask how? I'm going to say it again, people. The world got its hands on you. The ego got its hands on you. And they programmed you to believe all those lies that you have ever lived, all those false beliefs, all of that negative thinking, all of those crazy fears, all of that worry and frustration, all of that. That's that crazy stuff, that all those negative things that's going around inside and out of your head, keep telling you, you ain't enough, you're not good enough, you can't do this, you can't do that. That's your ego. That's the world had programmed you. They got their hands on you. And they have programmed you to believe all those lies that you have ever lived your entire life. And it's making you to disagree with what the Creator God is saying about you. It's making you not to believe that God is in you, that He's your greater and higher power, and He has put that greater and higher power within you, Himself, that you can do all things through Him if you allow Him to just open up your heart center, and believe that. It's causing you to not to believe that the Creator has created you to be above everything that He put out in His creation, that you are great. And it's making you disagree and believe differently from what the Creator has said about you and who you are and who He has created you to be. So what does the Creator God have to say about your greatness? Oh, wow, you guys on it today. I love your questions. That is the best question you could have asked. The best question. What has the Creator God has said about our greatness? So let me tell you like this. This is what He said. This is in His word. This is what I took from the words that He had put out there for all of us to read, and so we can know our greater higher self. This is what He said about your greatness. He said, you can do all things through Him who strengthens you. For He knows the plans that He has for you. He knows the plans for your welfare and not for evil, to give you a future and a hope. He said that He knows that all things that He had taught you, that all things work together for good for those who are called according to His purpose. The Creator God also said about you, he said that I made man in my image, after my likeness, and I gave man dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, over the livestock, and over all the earth, and over all creeping things that creep upon the earth. And he said, he will increase your greatness and comfort you again. The Creator God also said about your greatness, he said, but they who wait for him, he shall renew your strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. He said about you, your greatness, that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. The Creator God also said, but nothing shall be impossible for you. He goes on to say, with man, this is impossible. Anything that you do in your life with man, it is impossible. But with him, the Creator God, he said, all things for you are possible. So he said all these wonderful things about you because you are him and he is you. He is inside of you. You are created for greatness. He never fails. So hey, guess what? If he blew his life and breath into you, then you are greatness. You can do all things. So why do you believe? And why you walking around and you keep telling yourself and everybody else that comes into your life, into your space, into your territory, and you keep telling yourself mostly, I'm not good enough. I'm not enough. I can never be enough. You keep telling yourself these things and you're disagreeing with what the Creator God is saying about your greatness. So what makes you feel this way? Why and how does this message, I'm not good enough, get internalized into your thinking? Where does this kind of thinking come from? So we're going to talk about this and we're going to go deep into this and we're going to take you back into your childhood, into your child's state of being, back to the inner child that is within you. Every one of us has a he or she little inner child that has been broken, hurt, and destroyed from all the life events, their programmings, they're taking away our worth and our value, and they have created this afraid and a fearful person that we are today, standing up there believing that we are all those lies and false things that ego teaches. So let's go back to what the ego is saying. To start with, I want you to think about small children and how impressionable they are and how they are soaking up life and trying to learn and understand the world that is around them. And the most important thing to these children is only gaining love, to be accepted, and to gain attention and that positive, wonderful attention and their affection from their caregivers. That is all they want. They do not yet have a worldly experience, an understanding of human behavior, or why people behave in certain ways. Their main goal is to be loved, and this is, of course, is what every single child in this world deserves. They deserve that love. They deserve that positive attention. They deserve to be wrapped into your arms and say how beautiful, how great, how fantastic you are. You are the best, and you're going to live your best and better life. They deserve love more than anything in this entire world. That's what every child needs. People, let me tell you this. Listen to destiny. All the negative messages, all these false programs and lies, false identity, all these fears, all this hurt, this abandonment, the feeling not being loved, and feeling not good enough, I'm not great enough, I'm not smart enough, I'm not intelligent enough, I'm not this enough, or everything that the Creator didn't tell you. He didn't say anything about his masterpiece, his beautiful, wonderful creation, the best thing that he ever created in this whole entire universe. He never said that about you. So where all that crap comes from? where all those false lies come from, where all those false misconceptions, all those things come from. Guess where it comes from, people? It comes straight up from your ego. Ego. E-G-O. Ego. Go, go, go. It said go. You go and find out what that ego is all about. You go out there and do a very intensive, a very non-stop search until you learn everything about the ego. And the way that you're going to learn about anything is going deep within yourself. After you go and you are commune and you talk with the creator God, and you just knock and ask, because he said any man or woman likes wisdom, hey, bring themselves over here and you ask me, and you ask me anything, because I am wisdom, I am truth, I am life. So guys, get out there and you study, find out what the ego is, and you talk to the divine creator until he gives you that resonate. That what resonate within you, and it agrees with what the creator said. So here I am going to give you some examples of how all these false narratives and these lies and false identities, this broken down system that we have come to live in, and how all this got started in the mind of a child. So I'm going to give you a few scenarios, a few examples, and I'm going to start out talking. Okay, let's take some examples of dysfunctional families. And first we're going to start with the alcoholic family. A child does not understand why the alcoholic parent is sometimes there for them, then sometimes not dependent on the substance use. Then there is the narcissistic family. The child does not understand that the narcissistic parent is not capable of empathy or real love. Then we have that abusive family, or the families of domestic violence. And here's where the child does not understand why the adults are acting in such horrible ways and not seeming to tune in how that all their negativity and what they're doing, their violence, they not even tune in how it affects the children. So these are some examples. So given that the child's goal then is to be loved, is to be cared for, the child begins to try to fix the adult problems so they can achieve their goals. Because ain't nobody in their family, nobody, mommy and daddy, they're not creating a place where I can reach my goals. They are hurting me. They have me afraid. They have me fearful. They have me feeling like I'm not good enough. They have me feeling like I can never be my greater and my higher self. And I was kind of breaking down because I did the ego study. I did the inner child healing journey. And I have plenty of videos out there. And I've been through all of that. And I could, it's part of me right now that I'm resonating with. It bringing back. Like I said, I'm not living in that state, but I can resonate. It's my truth. It's my experience. It's my story. So this child is feeling like I can't reach the goal. I can't reach the place that I need to be. So from my parents, from my mom, my dad, whoever that's the caregivers are. So I got to go out and I got to fix the adult problems so that they can achieve their goals. They don't do this though consciously, of course not. But many these children, these young children, they start this at a very early age, and that's where that inner child is there. That inner child had took that pain, has took that abuse, has took those threats and those fears and all those things that went on into their environment, into their lives, from parents and other people who had came in, abused and raped, who had come in and said terrible, ugly things, and who had labeled them with all these bad things that they would never be or become, or that little inner child took all of that at a very early age. If only I was a kid, this would not be happening to me. If only I was a better child, a smarter child, a more loving child, a more kinder child. And that child began to feed back all those lies that was fed from the ego, that child took and received because that's what the parent allowed the ego to play in her head, and it was played out in front of the child. So the child goes and say, if only I was a better child, this wouldn't be happening to me. It's my fault that mommy and daddy, they fight all the time because I'm not good enough, because I don't show them that I'm smart enough. It's my fault that mommy and daddy just fight and fight all the time. It's my fault. If I did better in school, then my parents wouldn't fight all the time. If I listened to my parents' problems, maybe they would be less stressed. If I do more chores or housework around this house, then maybe mommy won't be so sad. If I become a great ball player and I try to make it to the NFL or the NBA or whatever professional games, then maybe daddy would love me. Then maybe daddy will come to some of my games and he won't drink all this beer and get drunk all the time. Maybe he'll come and see me because I'm being better and becoming a better ball player. You know what? All these things these kids play out in their head, they're false, but they're keep speaking it, and it's gaining more power and more control over them, and they begin to believe all this. But all these things was false scenarios from the world systems, from our ego, our parents. They took it from the world systems and from their egos and everything else that was negative around them. This is all they knew. They acted out from the children. Now the children's on the stage acting out the very same thing. Then the children at this point, and that place in their young lives, they begin believing all of this. And they begin creating their world and their whole reality with all these false scenarios and all these false lies. And they begin believing that. And they begin believing that I'm not good enough. I can never be enough. I can never do enough. I can never be smart enough, wiser enough. That they aren't good enough for anything. And this is how your little inner child that's within you, that's on the inside of you, became damaged. They became hurt. They became afraid. They became feeling unworthy, unloved, special. They became to feel like they weren't valued enough, that they were nothing but troublemakers to the whole family and life and everybody else around them. They began to pick up all of this false scenario. And this little inner child, that little inner child ran and hid him or herself away from all these hurtful things, all of these painful things. And they took on all of those false things and they start feeding themselves, that's who I am. I'm not smart, I'm not intelligent, I'm not good, I'm not wise, I'm not beautiful. I'm not good in school, I'm not good at playing sports, I'm not good at cleaning the house, I'm not good at making mom and daddy happy, I'm not good at making good grades, I'm ugly, I'm stupid, I'm dumb. I let people touch me, I let people fondle with my body, and I did all these bad, ugly things. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough because I had people to use me, to rape me, to hurt me, to damage me. And I've disappointed my mom and daddy. They don't think I'm good enough. All those things played out into that little child's mind, all those pains and those hurts. And what happened, it laid silently within you, because you are that little child. You are your inner child. And you went on through your whole entire life, all the way up till your present life now. You're still dealing with those things that you have not dealt with in the past, to come in contact with someone so they can help you to be able to overcome these problems and situations so you can start living your greater, better life. So you bring all these damaged packages and all these broken pieces and all these broken parts into the life, into the place where you are now. And you're still going around singing the same old song. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not intelligent enough. I'm not wise enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not beautiful enough. Nobody want me. Nobody love me. I could never get a husband. I could never have a wife. Nobody care about me. I cannot have good children. And you went on through your life singing that song. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I am not enough. I'm not good enough. But children, they only heard what you said. So let me tell you a little bit more about children. Children are like sponges, and they take in their environment on emotion levels as well as physical levels and intellectual levels. And children, they learn very early. It's just like I just showed you. They learn at a very early age. That inner child is down there in that lower part where the ego picking up all those false scenarios and false lies and all those things, and they learn very early. And they learn very early if mommy and daddy are happy. Then they themselves will be happier too, and that they will get more of that love if they need it. When mommy is happy, they say, she will play with me and she will spend more time with me. And they also will say, when daddy is not mad, he will be nicer to all of us and he will love us and take us out and buy us good things. He would bring us gifts home. He would let us go nice places with him and mommy. But see, guys, those are damaged words. Those are very hurtful words. Those are lies, and we gotta deprogram these lies from the minds, from our minds, and we gotta connect ourselves back to that inner child. So we gotta go back and make some things right. Kids, I'm telling you, all these children want is peace. All they want is love, that unconditional love, that powerful love that only Creator God can give. All they want to do is live in harmony and in peace and acceptance. They can live harmony in their whole entire life, and they need to thrive, people. These children need to thrive emotionally on all the positive things that the Creator created for them to be their greater and higher self, the best possible version. So, if it's not there in the environment these children are living in, or it's not in their space, or in their time, or in their place, and all they hearing is negative, is stupidity and false lies and all this negative energy and all these negative traps that the ego has set, the child can come up damaged. It's going to grow and through their entire life being damaged all the way to the adulthood, and they're going to still be damaged. Kids want peace, love, and harmony in their lives, and they need it to thrive emotionally. So if it's not there, guess what they do? These children are going to go out and try to fix it by trying to be a better child, to try to be a more loving child, to try to be a more giving child, to try to go out there and seek and get attention for somebody to say, hey, look at you, you are dynamite, you are beautiful. And they're going to get it in a negative way a lot of times from the wrong people, from predators, from sexual abusers, from things. They're going to get it in a very negative way. So if you don't do it yourself, and you don't program them to believe that they're the greater, higher self, and you just drown them in love and affection, positive love, then they're going to go out there and they're going to get it somewhere else that's going to be terribly, terribly wrong. All they want is love. All they want to do is do better. So they're going to go out there and get it from wherever they can get that kind of attention from, whether it's positive or negative. It's okay. I got to have somebody to look at me, to care about me, even though it's coming in the wrong way. And they may also try the opposite. And they may act out in all kinds of ways to get the attention that they think they need from their parents. So their parents can focus on them, they can love them, they can care about them, they can begin saying beautiful, nice things to them. But guess what? These children, whatever they are going through and all these experiences and all these things that they are going through all this stuff that they are trying to find themselves through so many negative things, they are learning and they are internalizing that no matter what they do, that they cannot fix their parents' problems because they are kids, they are children. And of course, this is not their problem to fix. And we got to stop making them feel like they are responsible. That because of you, I wouldn't be in this place. Parents, shut your mouth telling your kids that. Because of you, I could be a better parent. If I didn't have you, I could have reached my higher, greater self, and I could have been better. I could have been no, shut the hell up. Sorry. You're breaking that child in a place that child will never reach that greater, higher self. It's not their problem, parents, to fix your problems. They are kids. And of course, this is not their problem to fix. But they don't know that yet. They don't quite understand that yet. Because all they know, I need love. I need affection. I need that sweet, positive attention. So what these kids do, they keep going on and try and find ways to make you happy, to please you. And now they're doing it to whatever they need to do to get that attention, to get that acceptance, to get, hey, I love you from other people, and even sometimes it could be the wrong people. Many times parents in dysfunctional families, they will blame their children, and they will project onto their children the bad feelings that these parents are feeling at the moment. And I'm telling you, it's wrong for you to start projecting your wrong feelings and your wrong emotions. You're feeling like you're not loved and that you're not special, that you're not beautiful, that you're not cared about, nobody wants you. Don't reflect that. Don't project that onto your children. You take those negative, hurtful words, and you better start taking them and detaching them from out of your mind and start reprogramming yourself and saying, I am great. I am the best mom. I am the best wife. I am the best person. I am the best husband. I am my greater self. I can do all things through the Creator who strengthens me. You started reprogramming your mind to believe what the Creator God has said about you. All those things that I spoke earlier, that is how He sees you. You are the greatness, His masterpiece. So listen. Keep trying to be your best. Keep helping your kids to reach the greater, higher self. And I don't care how much that you've been hurt. You come out this dysfunctional family. Don't blame your children. Do not project onto them your bad feelings, your bad experiences, your bad stories, your hurts, your pains, your abuses, and all that onto your children. All those things that you are apparently feeling at the present moment, they're not your children. That's your problem. You go somewhere and get help and you deal with it. Now come in. Come closer. I'm not hurt. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm here to help you. I am Destiny. I am your motivational coach. I am an encourager. I am a teacher to inspire you to become your greater and higher version. I know your story. I know your pain. I've been in those places. I lived in that place. I went on about my life doing all those things, and I became a people pleaser, so I can try to do everything that I know that will help people, because I know what it feels like when someone to reject you, not to feel loved, not to feel special, to be called out and said that you're everything but a child of the Most High God. So I don't want nobody to feel that way. So I go around trying to fix other people's lives, to throw myself into their lives so I can make them better, even when I'm hurting myself and I'm not getting back what I deserve. Come closer. Listen. Please come close to Destiny. And I want you to listen to me. Listen with your heart. Listen to this message that I'm saying right now. This very message. Go back and replay it, and share it with everybody. Listen to what I'm saying. And people, listen. I'm going to encourage anyone who has ever felt like this, all these things that I have spoken to you today, if you ever have felt like that at some point in your life, at any time of your life, or if you are still feeling like that as of today, right now, I beg you and I plead with you to do whatever you can. Get that record that's been playing in your head, that crazy, stupid record that's been playing in your mind. Get your hands on it, baby. You crush that record. You break that record. You crash that record. You destroy that record. You take that record, then you take it into little pieces and you throw it out your life. Turn it. Turn it off. Because that is not who you are, and that is not who the Creator created you to be. You are your greater, higher self. You are great. You are more than enough. You are everything that he said that you are, but you're going to have to start believing. Break that record. That record keeps telling you, I am not enough. I am not good enough. Break it. And I want you, and I encourage you, pick yourself up off that dance floor where you have been kicked down by people dancing with you, telling you that you're not good enough, you're not great enough. You get back up on that dance floor, then you take yourself into that studio, and you're starting making a new record. You make a #1 hit. This is the best record that could ever go out into the universe. And that record is going to say, I am good enough. I am enough. I am great enough. I am my best self. I am who I am because God says I am, and I agree with him. I am enough. I am good enough. Do that. That's the new record I want you to start playing. I want to hear that song played all the time. So please do me a serious favor. Please listen to me. I ask you a favor. I want you to do a very serious study and a research on your inner child. Learn all about your inner child, the inner child healing journey. I got plenty of videos way down in my feed. Pull them up. Go out there and put some other people information out there and let them play. Go do some research. Find this information. Take it serious and study it. Study it, people. Because there is an inner child within each one of us. There's a little he, a little she that has been damaged, broken, hurt, torn to pieces, ripped apart, and still believing that they're not good enough, that they will never be enough. Go do your inner child healing research right now. And you better get it and listen, because Creator is speaking to you today that you get this. You learn how to get help to free yourself and your inner child so you both can become your greatness, your greatest, and your the highest version of who the Creator God has created you to be. You are great. You got to say that. Say it. I am great. I am enough. I am good enough. And I want you to go out there and you take that #1 hit record that you created. I am my greatest. I am good enough. I am enough. You let it be played into every house, into every place of this world. You are enough. You are enough. I'll see you guys in the next video. Namaste. Have a great evening. This is serious. I'm out of here. I'm not going to say nothing else. I'm out of here. If you don't even subscribe to my channel, if you don't even like my videos, I don't care. That message was the truth.